I'm going to use to make this wide ladies belt that is designed to fit over the jeans as opposed to through the loops, because it's way too wide for the loops. I have here a three-piece Amber Canyon buckle set together with some matching conchos. I've got some 1/4-inch crystal rivets. I've got some 3/8-inch nickel spots, and here I have 2 pieces of billet ends I made following the instructions you find in our belt video. And of course I've got a piece of the hair-on cowhide cut to the proper length, and some nice upholstery leather for my lining. The first thing I will do is cement my lining to the back of the hair-on cow, and I'm using a good quality contact cement. Please note that my lining is about 1/4 an inch bigger all the way around than my hair calf piece. This is for safety reasons, so that when we cement the 2 pieces together, we do not get a fitting problem. We will cement the oversized piece, and then we'll come back and trim it. After we have allowed our cement to dry and get until it gets tacky, we can now very carefully place our hair on cow on top of our lining, and press it down. There are 2 ways to trim this lining. One is with a leather shears, as you see me using here, and trim it flush with the piece of hair on cow. Another way is to use the roller blade knife, and that's just a matter of having a good cutting board. Put your blade right on the edge and just push it. I have located 4 holes on the back of my belt on the lining, and now I will punch 4 holes. This will be to locate our conchos. Punch all the way through both the lining and the hair. As you can see, I have attached my conchos in the spots I selected using the screws that are provided with the conchos. Next, I'm going to use leather weld to attach my billet to both ends of the belt, and I'll do that by applying a very liberal amount to the back, as you see me doing here, and I'll spread it around. You can do this with your finger or with a brush. Turn it over, and the reason I'm using the leather weld is I can slide it around and move it into place. And once I get it in place, I can leave it like there. Now, if you want, you could put a weight on there and let it dry in that position. To further secure the belt ends to the hair cow, I'm going to use a round drive punch and go all the way through all the thicknesses of the leather. Setting a crystal rivet is quite easy. It's just a matter of putting it through the hole. Turn it over onto this piece of poundo board that I've got here. Take the rivet cap, place it on the back, and with the rivet setter, set it down tightly. And it's all set, ready to go. We will now do that to several other of the rivets. And there our billet is securely attached to the hair-on cowl with the decorative crystal rivets. And there you can see we have both ends secured with both the leather weld cement and the crystal rivets. Next, I'm going to locate more of the crystal rivets right onto the hair, so I will make some marks on here. And putting them here about 1 inch apart. And now we will punch holes for the rivets using a 1/8 inch punch, which is just about the right size for the rivets. And now we will attach the rivets here the same way we did before, going through both the lining and the hair-on cowl. I'm going to put a row of 3/8 inch spots along the edge of my belt on both edges, and I'll do them about a 1/2 inch apart. And I like to do them with this hand press. It's just a matter of setting it up, and with one quick snap, your spot is set. It's easy to use. We just take the spot and set it up in the die, as you can see. Locate your belt in the proper position, and keeping your fingers out of the way, give it a quick snap, and your spot is set. I am real pleased with my belt so far, but I have decided to add some more crystals to the center part here and even give it more flash. I'm going to take a pen and mark the location of where I would like to put the new, or shall I say the additional row of crystal rivets. As we did before, I'll punch a 1/8 inch hole at all these locations. I go all the way through the lining and the hair cowl. As we did before, we will put the crystal rivet through the hole, put on the cap, take the setter and set. And this is how our piece looks with the addition of 2 more rows of the crystal rivets. To add the finishing touch to our belt, I'm using the dark brown cova color, and with one of the smaller daubers I am painting the edge. And the final step to finishing our belt will be to attach the buckle. As I have mentioned before, the buckle we have selected matches the conchos that we have selected.